Good evening. Welcome to episode 9 of Chill Play. Last night we got to hang out with some friends, spent some time in Crushbone, killed a goblin or two, just one actually, and then went after the orcs and Crushbone. Got to hang out with some friends. That was fun. Got into a quick group, and yeah. As for tonight, this is a late night adventure, so we'll see how long I end up adventuring tonight. Hope everyone is doing well. Hope everyone is blessed. Uh-oh. I hope I don't get that guy trained, but it looked like he had a last name, so he'll be fine. That's the cost of sitting at the zone line. Goodness. I don't know if I'm the only one at the on this, but sometimes I'll zone, and if I look away from the screen and then I start moving, obviously I just walked into the zone backwards, but that was funny. Let's see. Last night I didn't get any Crushbone belts. I'd like to see if I can get one or two. And just like that, we got ourselves a Crushbone belt. Okay, we'll take it. We were only in a group last night for about an hour, and I managed to get 50% of the way to level 12. I think that's pretty good. So worst case scenario, today we'll get some belts, relax, unwind, especially after a long day. I say take it out on these handsome fellas. Oh. Am I not attacking? Oh. There we go. I'm not sure if anyone's up at Trainer Hill. I do see a corpse. So somebody might be up there already. No, doesn't seem like it. But there's a belt right there. That's nice. I think we could settle down over here for a minute. Yeah, let's settle down. Oh, duh. There we go. Ah, it's like my harmony doesn't work anymore. That's quite alright. We're gonna root this one. That's interesting. Hi there, take it. I'm interested to see why he decided to nuke this one. And I guarantee it's because he wants to help out. The key is never to assume, because the way the brain works, the first thing that came to my head is, oh, well, is he gonna bully his way to the camp? But to be honest, that's a very toxic way of thinking and assuming. And to be honest, I don't care. It's a reason why it's called chill play. And now they're helping me. That's a good thing I didn't jump to conclusions. Excuse me. Oh, okay. Super crowded in here, he says. Yeah, so remember when we ran up here? The first thing I noticed, I was like, well, there's the dead orc right there. And they must have just ran away to go get something or do something. So, DJ Press Play. Hello, hello. He says, howdy, Chad. Howdy, howdy, Chad. To you too, my friend. Oh, look at that while I turned around. The whole campus cleared. That's interesting. Maybe there was some merit to what Willie Gettin was saying last night. Well, obviously what he was saying last night is true, but now that I think about it, I'm like, I'm trying not to think of it. Question is, do I even want to be here in Crushbone? I kind of want to go to the sisters, the bandit sisters. And I might be a little too early for that. I think usually you're supposed to start that camp at level 12. But I'm notorious for going to places where I'm not supposed to be at an early level. I'm going to give Crushbone a chance. Goodness gracious, there's 19 people in the zone. Yeah, we'll give it a minute. There's another one right there. Who all take it? He's a level 14 enchanter. Okay. He said not to worry about it. I mean, he already said I can have the camp, but I mean, think about it. You're inside of a zone. It's already super crowded. You're competing against these little orcs. And somebody comes quickly and snatches your camp just because you walked away for 2 seconds. I could understand that. I'm not sure what this person's doing. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, wait. What's happening here? Thank you, I suppose. That was very kind of that person. All right, so far, I must be very, very tired because I'm either confused or just tired. John Henderson, what's up? Not sure I've ever heard of that word before. WHASSUP. Huh. Gonna have to Google that later. Nah, I'm just playing. What's up, John? How's your night going? Champ? Oh, look at that. There's 2 now. Why do I not pay attention Well, the good news is that they're only blue. It's nice that they're paying attention. John. Oh, look, Zukin. What are you doing here? No cool folks allowed. I'm just playing. So the other night we were blessed with having Robert here. Now Zukin. By the way, for anyone that doesn't know, those are the guys responsible for Monsters and Memories. That's why my heart rate just increased to like 150. It's like I'm just playing. But yeah, those guys are awesome. Sorry, I don't mean to talk about you in the third person while you're right here. Goodness, am I being sloppy or what? These guys are really being kind to me. Thanks, guys. I'm being super sloppy. Yeah, the music's really cool. On Spotify, it's a dude named Merlin, but it's Merlin with a Y, so M-E-R-L-Y-N. He makes a lot of high fantasy-ish style or Celtic music, medieval music. And what's cool is he takes, like, for example, music from like Lord of the Rings, Braveheart the movie, and other movies like Gladiator, and he like remixes them in a minimalistic fashion. So it's super chill. I've actually never listened to this album, but it's called Castle of Dreams, and there's a crazy cool looking medieval castle in the clouds as a what do you call that thing? Thumbnail. Album cover. Alright, should we pull this guy already? I'm glad I didn't. Oh, you know what that sounds like? Dun, 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 dun. That sounds like that dragon show. John, do you remember what that show was? Where they had all those dragons on HBO? I can't remember what it's called. But that was definitely a cover of that song. Or at least a part of it. I also think that playing this won't get me a copyright strike. Not that it matters, but I hate seeing it on the video. It's so annoying. YouTube needs to chill. Alright, let's see if my harmony works this time. Alright, here we go. Oh, it worked. Look at that. Yeah, my harmony hasn't been working. The other day I was pulling all blues. And, yeah, for whatever reason, it just wasn't working. I finally changed my name on YouTube. Like this much better than having my full name displayed. Yeah, I know. I was gonna say something to you, Monk, but I don't know, maybe you're advertising, selling your services. I said I usually watch your stuff on my YouTube app on my phone and it just shows my email address. Whereas on my PC it shows my full friggin' name, like WTF. Yeah. That's why I have like 8 or 10 different Google accounts. One for every hour of the day. Oh, look at that. We're actually getting... Oh, I was just going to say, we're actually getting XP. No, we got 10% in the past, like, 15 minutes. It's not bad. Monk, are you going to be joining the party tonight? Or are you doing your own thing? Farming belts, Zukin, I would say I am mainly just hanging out in Crushbone, and the end result is I'll probably farm up some belts. But taking out my frustration on my boss, on these orcs. Take that. Whoosh. Whoosh. No, I'm joking. But yeah, farming some belts, grinding some XP. I'm only level 11, so it's still relevant to be here. And then after this, I'll go to one of 2 places. One of them is a secret, and the second place is not a secret. And that would be the bandit sister camp. Plan B, I'm not going to share because there are spies.
The spies are watching. They are coming for me, around every shadow and every corner. I must never reveal my secret identity or my plans. Although my vision is blurred, my path forward is clear.
Oh, shoot. Well, I'm tired, but I'm not too tired not to be a goofball tonight. That's good. Mm-hmm. Spell would not take hold. Monk says I'm crazy.
Bro, the only crazy one is you.
Oh, sorry. That was my little, my inner hobbit was coming out because of this song. Monk Beans, are you on Trainer Hill? Yes, I am at Trainer Hill. Alright, let's go. Why? That's what I'm talking about. I harmonied them and they both came. That's so odd. Harmony does not work like it does in P99. It's not unresistable. Yeah, I didn't realize that I got resisted. I need to change the font color for the resist so I can actually see what's going on. Because I know it resisted once. I didn't see it resist again. Let's see what you're saying, Monk. Are you on Trainer Hill? Yeah, I already answered that. I remember the first night we grouped together, you brought me here and power leveled me. I remember that. Those were really good times. And what's funny is I had just turned like 30 something and I was fighting those gorillas in Kunark. I believe it was Kunark, yeah. And then I was like, you know what, I want to go back to my hometown and find somebody to help or power level or just buff people, right? Actually, power leveling wasn't even part of the conversation. It was just some kind of random act of kindness. And then, yeah, we ended up running into each other and that whole story happened. So, yeah, that was awesome. This time I'll have the evidence to prove it. First name we're good opinion. Harmony does not work like it does. I thought I already read that. I don't know that it actually gets resisted or if it just doesn't stick, but it's not 100% like it is on P99. That makes sense. Well, that's interesting. He's just randomly running around. Give me 1 second here. It is quite a busy night, I see. People are like stepping over each other here. Monk, I don't know if you're back, but I gotta say, you were right about one thing. We did a CC, didn't see anything about trainer. I wonder what their intentions are. I'm sure they won't. They're just nice guys. So he just gave me one of those crazy damage shields. I think that's the one I had the other day. I don't know what this song is, but it reminds me of one of Robert's songs. From Monsters and Memories. You know, one reason I know that game is going to be great is because I can't get it out of my head. I've actually been meaning on making another video on it, but gotta make sure it's not caca. Once I find some spare time to actually take my time, I was gonna go through the past like 8 or 10 VODs or whatever they call them on Twitch and just pick out some key points. I was chain watching them for the past 2 weeks, and there's a lot of good stuff. I mean, it's better if people just go check it out for themselves, but I know a lot of people just want to have it digested and broken up into smaller pieces. Matter of fact, let me check YouTube, because there's a channel where there was a guy that was doing that. Hold on. I gotta remember how to find the channel, but it was on their website, monstersandmemories.com. Oh, okay, so Keith created, it's called Mandrake Farms. So Mandrake, one word, Farms. It's a stream edit YouTube channel to showcase M&M Twitch VODs. That's the word I was looking for. So that's kind of what I recommend for people that want those videos cut up. I know it was definitely helpful for me, because I don't always have 3 hours to watch a VOD. But even the 3-hour sessions are worth it. There's a lot of beans. Let me see if there's any new videos on there. Whoops. Now it looks like the latest video that's on there I've already seen. gets back to it. Zukin, you say that I think the next update is going to be a big one. Now, when you say the next update, you mean an update that you guys are going to be releasing, announcing? Because I know behind the scenes you guys have been talking about a lot, hinting about a lot. I've been listening in on these VODs and, the official monthly update. Yeah, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, so you guys release a monthly update, and yeah, that I love those things. There's so much in there, especially the last ones. The last one, I apologize in advance, everyone. I can't speak because it's like 1 a.m, and I've been up since like 5. But yeah, the last one was my favorite because that's where I got to see that the biome jam, and specifically the tree biome. Yeah, thank you for reminding me about that, Zukin, because that's exciting. I'm sure everyone else is excited too. Any sneak peeks on what you guys might announce? Go ahead, spill the beans. I'm kidding. I like surprises. But I know that you guys were talking about... Well, Sean, 11 Robot, I mean, he mentioned in one of his videos, it was like a week or two, I know he had surgery recently on his finger. And before that, he had a stream where... I think it was the one where he was showcasing the dust storms. It was either that one or the Beast Lord one. Hinted about it today. It's timeline stuff. Yeah, because he was asking like, what does a full release look like to you? That was my guess. You know what? That's great and all that he wants to talk about that, and by all means, I think that's relevant and important. But I feel like so many people put emphasis on like release dates, and then they just have this like set expectation in their heads. But I'm weird like that. Me, I just want a good game. I don't really care how long it takes. But I guess pressure makes diamonds. Well, people want to play it within their lifetime too, right? That's true. Not gonna name any names, but you know, there's plenty of projects that have been out indefinitely. And the funny thing is, when one of those projects was first announced, I only had one kid, and he was barely a year old, and now he's 10. And I have 2 other ones. So I guess if I look at it with a glass half full, I can say, well, you know what? It took this long for the game to be even close to release, but at least my son will be old enough to actually play it with me whenever it does eventually release. Let's see, Zukin also said, and also we can't work on it indefinitely for free. Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking about. If it gets in a playable state, then you can implement. Basically, it's kind of like you scratch my back, I scratch yours. We continue development, you guys get to play. Everyone wins. I'm sure you guys are going to think of some good ideas on how to do that. You know, the other day, my wife wanted to see a movie on Netflix, and I don't have Netflix, nor do I want it. But she really wanted to see this movie, so I'm like, all right, whatever, I'll just pay for a quick subscription. I did not know that it was $20 a month. But then again, EverQuest was like $10 or $12 a month when it first came out. I think it was like $9.99. So technically, with inflation, $10 is today's $20. Well, you guys already know where my stance is on that. I've been trying to throw money at you guys ever since I heard of the project. Well, actually, no, that's not true. I heard about the project when I first saw those little balloon-like characters, which was like over a year and a half ago. But after I tried the playtest, I had no expectations on what it was. I'm like, oh, cool, a stress test. It wasn't even the play test. I did it during the November stress test. Yeah. I mean, I can't put into words, but it was really cool. I was like, this is ridiculous. It actually feels like EverQuest. I mean, I've played a lot of MMOs, and this was like the first time I was like, this actually feels like EverQuest. But different, you know? It was really cool. So after that, I was like, if this is if this is just the beginning of it, and it's like proof of concept, rough state, I can't imagine where it's going to be, you know, fully funded, fully developed, fully released. It's going to be an exciting time. And in this case, yeah, my oldest is going to be old enough to play with me. I think I was 13 when I first started playing this game. It was, 13, middle school, 1999. So if he's 10, that means, you know, even a modest release, a full release, like 3 years from now would be perfect. In my opinion, you know, don't stone me. Zukin said, that's cool, man. Have you played anything with him before? I've played Minecraft with him. I've played Wobbly Life. So basically games on Xbox and Switch. He's really into building games. So like he likes stuff like Teardown. Anything with kind of those kind of mechanics. But he's tried similar stuff too. Well, he's tried stuff that has some role-playing elements in it too. So I'm pretty confident that once he gets a bit older, I'm going to be playing EverQuest with him as well. To be honest, I kind of suck as a dad because I'm a little strict. when it comes to electronics. I wasn't always, but you know, I feel like some kids they get a little too hooked, and then they stop respecting boundaries. So I had my personal reasons. But he's really good. Like, any game that he plays, he gets really good at it. You should see him at Super Smash Brothers. He literally wrecks everybody in the house. And then I walk up, I'm like, alright, you ready to get wrecked? And then he wrecks me. I'm just like, alright, this is embarrassing. How dare you? I mean, what's pretty cool though is if I get my whole family playing, I'll have a full group, and still have, well, I guess full group, assuming we get one more, because there's 5 of us. Is that a mosquito? Oh gosh. That was the plan all along. I was like, you know what? One day I'm going to have a bunch of kids so I can have a full group. And they're going to be farming platinum for me while I'm at work. That way I can retire as a little wood elf druid. Zukin, who's the other gentleman that you guys have working on the models now? I'm talking about the gentleman that was working on the wood elves. I know he's kind of new and I forgot his name. I was gonna say the wood elves are starting to grow on me. I was complaining about the eyes, and after the discussion you guys had and then actually seeing like side by side comparison, I was like, yeah, I could see it working both ways. I was being a little picky. Zach, yep. Yeah, Zach's cool. It was awkward though because I heard him name drop me. I was like, oh no. It's like, no. It was nifty though. Oh, cool. Yeah, I took the I think I was talking to First about this, but I took like a screenshot and then I dropped it into Photoshop and I was messing around with it for a bit. And it could definitely work either way. Another belt. See, I don't know if I read that out loud, but So you said Zach, he's new to the team, but has way more experience as a character artist. And then you said, sounds like the plan is to have normal eyes as well as the spooky eyes, quote unquote. Well, I'll be happy with whatever we get, because both of them look super cool. And plus, I mean, considering we're using a modern engine, there's other things that can be done to really set the eyes apart. Like, I forgot what it's called, but like luminosity or whatever. One thing I noticed, and I mean, obviously, we haven't really even started working on the Tree City, but I was like, I feel like those platforms should be a little bigger. But I mean, that when I thought about it, I was like, well, it's really just a rough mock-up. Everything's gonna change. Excuse me. Everything's gonna change. It's all gonna be switched around, bigger, smaller, different textures, the whole 9 yards. I gotta not fall in the trap of being one of those guys that's saying, why is it not running at 120 FPS? What kind of game is this? It's like, so there's this thing called development. It's when you're building a game from scratch. It still blows my mind how much progress the M&M team has made in such a short period of time. Especially like when you think about other games, like me personally, I always use Valheim as an example. A lot of people don't know that that project took like 10 years, right? It started off as a project in like a college library or something like that. And then it was just like messing around with the tech and just, you know, just what college kids do or what anyone does really, playing around in that software and finally being like, you know what? Yeah, I want to pursue this. And then 5 years later, so 5 plus 5, they finally came out with Valheim. And I used to always say, I'm like, you know, that's a low poly game with very simple textures. And the main thing that sets it off is the lighting, the atmosphere, and all those other ambient effects. It makes a world of a difference. So the fact that we're not even at the stage where we're putting the oh gosh, can't speak, the final touches on it, I can't imagine what Eminem's gonna look like in the next few years. I know it's gonna be good, I can imagine that, but I can't imagine how shocked I'm gonna be. Like when I saw the sandstorm or the dust storm, like it really it hit me. I was like, this is crazy, you know what I mean? This can be applied to blizzards, rough oceans, lava, firestorms. Like there's just so many possibilities. Stuff that, you know, they would have only dreamed of doing back in the EverQuest days. And the fact is, like, yeah, the tech has been around, and yeah, a lot of games put stuff like that in there, but it doesn't feel impactful because most of those games just feel like games, you know? Like, for whatever reason, I get really immersed in EverQuest, right? looking from the outside in, it's like, well, what are you doing? You're just standing there, tab targeting and hitting something. I can't explain it, but I'll rewatch some of the streams that I work on. I'm just like, man, I'm really in that thing. Anyways. Zukin said, yeah, some of the stuff the content guys are trying to do with these moon cycles and time of day, it's going to be nuts. Yeah, the time of day stuff is super cool because I always use Kithakor Forest as an example. I mean, just as simple as, okay, when it's nighttime in Kithakor Forest, because there was a great battle that happened there years and years ago, the souls of the dead, soldiers and generals and warriors, come out at night in that zone, right? I'm butchering the lore of it, but it's basically a nightly event, and that's based on the day-night cycle. Now, if you can take the moon cycles and create events around every single moon cycle, maybe a full moon, there's some kind of werewolf, whatever, that comes out. I'm just cliche, right? I'm just giving examples. But yeah, different spawns, different events, which is cool because it pulls you into the world that much more because you're looking for those local, physical, like you're actually looking up at the sky. It's not like you're looking at a window. You know how some games, they give you like login rewards, and it's like today's season, today's event is collect 10 heads. You know what I mean? But if you have to learn just from interacting with other players that, oh, you know what happens when there's a triple full moon? There's this crazy spawn that happens somewhere in this, you know, desert. And adventurers go out deep trying to find it. But apparently when he spawns, he drops this crazy loot and this crazy battle, and it unlocks a special quest. Like, there's so many things that you can do just with that alone, plus everything else. I was actually thinking about some ideas some ideas in my Discord. But yeah. One thing I was always wondering about is have all these advancements in technology made it easier to script quests? You know, because I was spitballing some pretty intricate, simple but like intricate quests, like if this then that type of quests. I was joking about it in the chat, and it was basically like, oh, I remember what I was talking about. I was talking about the fishing villages and how I was comparing the Northern Row fishing village to my experience when I was in M&M, and I was just chilling at the dock fishing, waiting for the boat. And I was like, yeah, you know, so much organic stuff can happen from that location. One moment you're fishing, the next minute you talk to the bait master who's selling you the fishing rods and bait, and he says, yeah, one of our fishermen went missing. He took his boat out over there yonder, and he never came back. It would be nice if somebody found him, and then you go out looking for him. You end up finding him, but there's one of two things can happen. You find him, you bring him back, you get a reward, and whatever. You're officially, you know, the best fisherman, the master baiter. And then the other event that could happen is you actually stumble across some treasure, and in the process you find like a note and some paraphernalia which incriminates the guards in the city that they've been doing secret dealings with the lizardmen. And then you have more choices. You can either confront that guard, or you can pretty much join, and then it skews off into two different paths. And because there's a faction system, like one of the things would increase your reputation with say the good guys, and the other path you might just get in the smuggling business with these lizard folk. But yeah, my curiosity is, I said all that to say is, my curiosity is how difficult is it now in like 2024 to actually script those kind of events? Is it too complex, or is it something that would be considered in the future? Zukin said, yeah, some of the stuff the content guys are trying to do is, you already read this, silly. I know I did. I'm just reading again. Calm down, Draekos. I was just checking to see if everyone else was paying attention. I blame the orcs. We have this talk every single day, but I can't multitask when it comes to what all these young whippersnappers do. They be sitting there playing Roblox while texting their friends and doing their Common Core and buying Dogecoin all at the same time, and they don't break a sweat. It's crazy. Let me heal this guy. I am a Druid. Yeah, it's funny. By the way, whatever happened to Monk Beans? He just disappeared, saying "be right back" and never came back. But it sounds like it. Zukin said, "I think it depends on how much you put into the system in order to script more complicated stuff. I don't really know what I'm talking about in this area, though." But it sounds like a lot of thought is going into quest/script stuff to make content and the mud command stuff neat. Yeah, I really like that they went with that design. Like when I saw what was happening, $100. All right. I just rolled 79 and he rolled 20. Yay, thanks. We just got ourselves some loot. Look at that. Wait. I already have one. So guess what? We're gonna give it to him. You can have it, friend. Perfect. Yeah, when I was doing the it's funny. When I was doing the stress test, play test, and all that, I was so busy doing other stuff, I didn't even buy all my level 1 spells. So I was essentially playing the game to level 3 with only like 3 spells. And then towards the end of the playtest, I was like, wait a minute. There's all these spells over here? So I didn't even get to experience the Druid fully. And I also worked on one of the quests. And I was like intrigued. I was like, oh, finally we get to do this stuff again with the mud style quests. What I thought was a really nice touch was the fact that there was a, I think it was like J for journal. So that, you know, as much as I like the idea of taking the good old notepad out, I know not everybody is a psychopath like me. Is he not going to take the, I'm giving him the, whatchamacallit, shiny brass shield. You taking the shield? I'm trying to give him the shield, so he finally gets him. Like, take the shield, man, before it rots. All right, perfect. I appreciate you sharing your feedback, Zukin, and hopefully we chat again once I have more than 3% of my brain capacity left. I came on here super tired. But it looks like I might be able to get to level 12, so that's a win. Yeah. Problem with being tired, especially when it's like after doing a whole bunch of responsibilities, going to sleep right away doesn't feel rewarding because you're just like work, sleep. It's like, no way, Jose. I need me some alabaster oil, my feet rubbed, and some good old-fashioned EverQuest. Monk Beans, I'm still offended that you just said be right back and never came back. I thought we were friends, man. It's terrible. Oh gosh. That was good. Zukin said, these beans ain't loyal. Monk Beans is here. He said, I'm here, baby. Welcome back. Most loyal beans on the planet, Sir Zukin. Oh, so many beans. You know, now that I'm putting it all into perspective about how I logged on tonight, I logged on with no expectation. And I'm like, you know what? I don't know what I'm going to do. We're going to go ahead to Crushbone and just see what happens. Crushbone was absolutely packed. There was like 20 people here, and somehow I stumbled on Trainer Hill, and it was completely empty. It was filled up a moment before that, but for some reason when I came up here, it was empty. The reason I realize that now is because people have been constantly coming up here every few moments saying, is this camped? Is this camp? I was solo, and then this guy came along, and we tag teamed. This has been a very enjoyable late night group. Late night groupies. Ah, that's not what I meant. Goodness. But anywho, yeah, what a fortunate group. Monk Bean said, I'm really excited for the next M&M playtest. We should try and carve out some time to play it together whenever the next session is. Yeah, I already told my wife, I'm like, honey, I'm part of the development of a secret project. So if you ever see me lock myself away in the room, in the office, it's because we're working on this project. And she was like, are you talking about a video game? I'm like, no. It's much more than that. She's like, you're talking about a video game. What is it, EverQuest? I'm like, what? No. Stop. What? Stop. Even though I'm not secretly part of any development of any project, but you know, she doesn't know any better. And technically it's not a lie, because if you're part of a play test or stress test, then you are somehow contributing to the development of said product. But yeah, I'm really excited for the next test as well. Hopefully I do some actual testing and playing besides just running around in awe like, wow, look at the sunset, guys. Do you see this? Oh my gosh, let's go swimming and fishing. That's literally all I did for the full however many hours I was logged in. I think I finally forced myself to go do something besides just run around. But to be honest, that's a testament to the game as well, because that's kind of my playstyle. Just hence the name of whatever the heck we're doing right now, chill play. You know, I'm documenting my EverQuest experience and what I like to do, so I can watch this 10 years from now and be like, oh man, I remember those days. Well, this is exactly what I do. I sit here, stare at the beautiful sky, and ponder the meaning of life. Alright, it's not that serious, but I'm definitely not a try-hard. I'm definitely not a raider. Not saying I wouldn't do it. Monk, you and I definitely need to go on a raid and kill Nagi and any other dragons we can get our hands on. But the way I look at those is like epic adventures. Like, I wouldn't go on a raid once a week just to go on a raid once a week. I would go because it's like, you know, some kind of mission or whatever. Tie in some lore into it or whatever. The journey of Draekos, the Dorkish Druid. Sorry, I meant to say the Dorkish Wood Elf Druid. Forgot to finish my sentence. Oh goodness, we're at 89%. Look at that. I was not expecting to level up tonight, but looks like it's definitely gonna happen. Man, we are crush boning it. Get it? Crush bone. Really excited for Eminem. I read that. Monk Bean said, I won the role for some Mithril Greaves. Then we did Nagy last night. Oh, when we did Nagy last night. Nice. I just won the role for my accent's coming out. For the shiny brass shield. I already had one, so I gave it to this guy. Congratulations, though. That's sick. That's really cool, my dude. Or should I, what? Can't read. What? So I won the role for some Mithril Greaves when we did Nagy last night. Or I should say when we attempted Nagy. Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought you told me last night that you guys couldn't defeat Nagy. Well, that's what's up. But before Nagy, you killed Ifriti or whatever its name's. I don't know. After 25 years, I still don't have all my names memorized. We still killed all the fire giants. Yeah, those guys are cool looking. You know, it's funny. I've come close to fighting Nagy, but I didn't because I was already like level 53 or 54, so it wouldn't let me in there. I don't know if I should be proud talking about that, but yeah, I've literally never killed a boss dragon. I've killed dragons, just not the boss ones in EverQuest. After 25 years of playing this game. But I mean, that's good for me though, because that just means that now that I'm actually recording all this stuff, I'm gonna be able to save the memory of the first time I ever raided, first time I ever killed a dragon, first time I ever did any of that. Monk Bean said, so you can always go in there, but you can't attack or cast anything on the dragon. Otherwise, you get bounced back to... Oh. That makes sense, because I do remember going in there, and I think I did try to attack, and then I got bounced out. And that's why I was like confused. Or I don't remember how it happened, but I remember finding out after the fact, somebody telling me that, oh, you're past 50, you can't do Nagy. Because I was excited. I was like, oh yeah, after 25 years, it was like 3 years ago, I was like, after 22 years, I'm finally gonna defeat Nagafin. And my guy was like, sorry, my dude. Too little, too late. You're already 55, 53 or whatever I was. You can't do it. I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of like a shocker. I was like, what? It's like I've heard of level caps for like items, which by the way I hate. Any game that puts level caps on weapons or armor, I can't stand it. Like, I like the way EverQuest does it, like lore or no drop, or instead of limiting the level to the actual item, they limit it to like the special effect on the item. So like there's certain swords where the spell effect won't be active until like level 40, but you can be a level 1 and carry an attack with that sword. You know what I mean? I think that makes a lot more sense for balance. But I've always hated it when it's like you can't twink your character. It's like, well, what's the point of going to level 60 and working that hard if I can't, you know, reap the benefits of all the work I put in? I want to be level 1 again. I want to be OP, and I've earned it, you know? I don't know how I got off on that, but because I was saying I've never heard of a level limit saying if you're too high, you can't fight this dragon. I think that's pretty cool. I don't know how cool it really is, but it's EverQuest definitely did some interesting things. And they probably did it because like all the level 60s would be like, oh, free dragon loot, no problem. Go in there and mark it so that the so we can hog all the loot for ourselves. Monk Bean says, What usually happens on green is all the level 60s get to Nagi or Vox and kill all the giants first, and then let the level 52 and below have a clear shot at the dragons. Interesting. I don't know why I'm fondling with the mic so much tonight. It's ridiculous. Belt. Oh yeah, it's actually my turn for a belt. Alright, brother. You said I gotta bounce for the night. Got a big day tomorrow. Always a pleasure chatting with you. Pleasure's all mine. You have a great night. Thank you for hanging out. I'm going to call it a night in just a moment as well. I'm at 93%, so I'm going to level up and then call it a night. Well, if I wanted to, I could just fake it. Gotcha. You thought I dinged. That was a sound effect. Alright, you too. Take care, brother. Have a great night. I'll see you around. See you around, Lowdown. Yeah, we'll be done with this soon. Looks like the sun is rising. Oh, look at that moon. Yeah, I don't know why everything looks so cool right now. Also, the texture pack that Ducky made. I'm really enjoying it. Everything looks very sharp. Yeah, look at that cup. Oh, gosh. Yeah. Yeah, that looks sharp. Oh, I better pay attention. Nah, we're good. Let me finish him off. All right, we're at 97. Just a little bit more to go, and then I'll be calling it a night too. Look at that, wasn't even expecting it, but looks like we're gonna get to level 12 tonight. And we got quite a ridiculous amount of belts tonight too. Look at this. Zukin says, okay man, time for bed here myself. Nice catching up with, catching you live. Have a good one. You as well, brother. Gonna be catching some Z's too. Have a wonderful night and look forward to seeing your next stream. And for those that don't know, Zukin is on the Monsters and Memories team. He's one of the artists there. Go check him out on Twitch, on YouTube. And then, of course, monstersandmemories.com is the homepage where you can learn about the project and do some research on the team. A lot of cool people there. We're at 98%. We are almost there. So we got all these belts. We're about to be level 12. We're going to turn in the belts and get even more XP. And then we're going to be level 14 before we know it. And that means we're going to have SOW, Spirit of Wolf. That's when the Druid life really gets fun, because we're going to start dotting. Basically, we're going to start kiting at that point. That's one of my favorite things to do as a Druid. Quad kiting, I know that comes later, but quad kiting, root rotting, which is when you apply damage over time. And then the other one, I forgot what the name of it is, but when you're like nuking something. Oh, snap. Oh, look at that. We did it, folks. That is what's up. That was awesome. That was so we can forever say that the trainer, the orc trainer, is what dinged me to level 12. Man, this turned out to be a really cool night. Killing some monsters and making some memories. Well, that was awesome. I'm gonna head back to town, sell our stuff, swing by the bank, and we're gonna call it a night. Gotta back up my dwarven brother. It's like Legolas and Gimli. Reunited. Oh, there's Take It. That's the guy we met at the Orc Hill the first time, or Trainer Hill. That's a nice dude. Nice guy. Oh, wow. We have 20 platinum. That's huge. We're really rich. I'm gonna start calling myself Richie Rich. All right, folks. Have a great night. Appreciate you tuning in. I hope you enjoyed yourself as much as I did. I'll see you guys in episode 10 of Chill Play. Be blessed and be well.